filed my papers, sir. They have filed my papers. I did not.
Can you just let for the question? If I ask you today, because there's a statutory declaration which says you belong to Nazariya.
I would not, my lord. I know what my lord is saying. मेरी एक बात सुन लीजिए.
बात तो सुनने.
There's a reason why I'm interrupting with great respect.
No.
This is a matter before the courts. I would request my lord not to make any comment.
I'm not making a. Please, it's not a comment, it's a question.
My lord.
The statute declaration which shows you as Nazarati, there's a certificate which you referred to which shows you as PTI, and now you're saying you are Sunni Ittihad.
I'm not.
You may not respond to.
Now, can you just tell me which political party you belong to?
I do not want to respond to this question. I remain PTI because
You are not before us.
Yes,
you're not before us.
So you are. You keep referring to yourself.
They filed my papers. I don't know why they filed my papers.
You are partyless. I mean, it's not a state secret. It's a factual plea.
But me, the person Salman Akram Raja, is not relevant. I will, with great respect, not answer that question. Advise that this chart is based on suppression of documents. Page 144.
Whatever they filed.
Sir, मुझे अर्ज करने दें एक लम्हे के लिए. It's very important. They've filed a chart and they've said इतने लोगों ने सिर्फ टिकट जमा
I think
कराया.
it's very important in this particular case because the questions have been raised
about
regarding the fairness of the elections and the role of the election commission itself.
I'm grateful,
if it can suppress some material
From the
information
Supreme Court.
from us.
From the Supreme Court, kindly see. So my ticket was duly filed with my nomination papers.
कौन सा पेज बोल रहे हैं?
Page 144, sir.
144.
144 of CMA 5917. मुझे इन्होंने कहा कि हम ये रिसीव ही नहीं करते आपसे टिकट because your party has not been declared entitled to a symbol. So they tried to return this to me. I, being the lawyer, I insisted. I said, no, you have to take it and give me a receipt that I've given you this ticket. That is why the RO signed it. The signatures that the court will see at page 144, dated 13/1/2024, are identical to the signatures at page 185, where I withdraw the Nazariati ticket. So what happened was, this ticket was filed. Then they said, sorry, we will not treat you as PTI candidates because the Supreme Court judgment is there, so withdraw your tickets. They actually returned the tickets. I refused to take it back. I said, no, I'm not going to take my ticket back. You in fact give me a receipt that I filed my ticket. And that is why this receipt was given to me. And yet when they filed these documents with their CMA, they suppressed this ticket to say, I only
Salman
filed.
Raja, you used the word 3-4 times. Can we make the point now?
The point is that the record filed by them is not reliable. Now let me
Okay,
come.
fine. Then is there anything preventing? The matter is being contested in open court. The document is on record. If any party disagrees, disbelieves with a document, they can file their document.
No, I've shown from this instance that the documents they have filed are
They
not
are in your possession. I'm sure everybody
not
makes
complete.
photocopies. Parties could have brought those on record.
But they're in their possession also. All I'm showing is that documents in their possession
Can we get on with the
have
case?
not been filed. Yes, my lord. Now let me come to my 7 points. I was going to do this at the very end, but I've done it.
मिस्टर राजा, किसी जमाने में गवर्नमेंट और कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडीज बोनाफाइड लिटिगेंट समझे जाते थे. अब तो ECPP मुकदमा जीतने आई है लाइक एन ऑर्डिनरी
They are
लिटिगेंट.
acting as if there are adversaries. They should be independent, impartial arbiters of the election process.
They have come before us to behaving like an ordinary litigant.
Absolutely.
They want to win the case.
Their interest
By any
should be,
means.
I bow, their interest should be to give effect to the will of the people. I don't see that happening. The suppression of documents in the case, they have chosen to highlight. I have not chosen to file my documents. They filed my documents forcing me to
Salman Sahab,
file my
हमने
ticket.
सुन ली बार
जी,
बार
अब
आप
let me
कोई
just-
बात कर रहे हो.
Now let me read through my points, hopefully within 10 minutes. Number 1, Kawal Shazib's right to file the appeal and be heard. She heads the PTI Women's Wing. She was one of 2 whose name was included in the list for women's reserved seats filed by PTI. SIC has confirmed that she remains a leading contender in case seats are allowed to SIC. She is directly affected by the outcome of the proceedings before the SC. And I refer to pages 7 and 23 of CMA 5917, in which the list in which her name is included, the women's seats list that PTI filed is there. And at page 23 is the Sunni Ittihad Council certificate recognizing her as a leading contender for a women's seat if they are allowed. So she is not just anybody off the street.
Please, आगे बढ़िए.
Gee, sir,
I mean, what's the point in making these statements off the street?
Lord, allow me to.
I mean, even if she's off the street, she's the highest respect. ये बातें ना करें.
उनकी
जरा आगे बढ़ें,
that
please.
she is not entitled to maintain.
Please, आगे बढ़िए.
A political party can gain a general seat in two ways. Either when one of its ticket holders is declared successful as a result of polling, this would be a directly won seat, or an independent joins it. So general seats can be acquired in two ways. Either way, the party is said to have secured or won a general seat. The sole purpose of the proviso in Article 51(6) is to clarify, 51(6)(d) I should say, is to clarify that independents joining a party will be treated as seats won by that party. Nowhere does Article 51(6) speak of directly won general seats. That's a very important distinction. Directly won seats are on polling day. Other seats won are when independents join. They're both general seats. Reserved seats are to be allowed on the basis of general seats. Number 3, the issue of the grant or otherwise of reserved seats to SIC turns on how the phrases each political party and such political party as used in Article 51(6)(d) and (e) are interpreted, along with the words secured and includes. There is no clear statement that only parties with at least one directly elected seat may be allowed a reserved seat. The interpretation made must advance the basic purpose of the Constitution, which is a representative National Assembly based on facilitation of political parties in the electoral process and the affairs of the House. Granting reserved seats to other parties in a proportion greater than the general seats won would make the National Assembly unrepresentative. Number 4, the judgment of the Peshawar High Court is based on its interpretation of the word includes, and I refer to paras 15 to 17 of that judgment in particular. I draw the court's attention to paras 15 to 17 of the Peshawar High Court judgment. It has held that since in interpretation clauses the word includes does not imply exclusivity, it cannot imply exclusivity in Article 51(6). It excludes political parties that exclusively consist of independents who have joined them. So this is the reasoning that...
आप कहना ही चाहते हैं पीटीआई की होते हुए आप ये कहते हैं कि जो लोग सुन्नी इत्तेहाद में गए वो ठीक गए?
बिल्कुल ठीक है, क्योंकि हमें इंडिपेंडेंट
आपको नहीं चाहिए?
नहीं सर, हमें इंडिपेंडेंट जब डिक्लेयर कर दिया उसके बाद वी हैव जॉइंड सुन्नी इत्तेहाद इन अकॉर्डेंस विद द लॉ, वी वर डिक्लेयर्ड इंडिपेंडेंट. उससे पहले जो भी हुआ वो इलेक्शन कमीशन की गलती है. फॉर दैट वी कांट बी फॉल्टेड. सो आई एम मेकिंग अ केस दैट वंस वी वर डिक्लेयर्ड इंडिपेंडेंट्स वी ड्यूली जॉइंड सुन्नी इत्तेहाद, एंड वंस वी जॉइंड सुन्नी इत्तेहाद.
आपका स्टेटमेंट जरा एक दफा फिर आप सोच लें. सपोज अगर हम इस नतीजे पे पहुंचे कि वो गलत गए थे SIC में जी, तो आपको नहीं चाहिए?
नहीं सर, देखिए, the constitution has to be interpreted.
ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. आप या चाहेंगे या नहीं चाहेंगे?
No sir, you will apply the constitution. My prayer is not going to constrain your interpretation of the constitution. अगर आप समझेंगे कि in these circumstances I should be allowed seats as PTI, I will not refuse obviously. But I am simply stating that acting on how the election commission treated us, they declared us independents, we therefore had no option but to join the Sunni Ittihad Council. We could not have rejoined PTI because Barrister Gohar was...
Whether that declaration by the election commission was correct?
In my opinion, not. I challenged it, sir. I challenged it. But that is where it stands. So because we were declared independent, we joined the Sunni Ittihad Council, and on that basis, we are claiming the benefit of Article 51(6)(d) and (e), where there is no language ousting parties that only have seats on account of independents joining them. There is no language. And the Peshawar High Court, in fact, says it is adopting purposive interpretation. They somehow find the purpose of the Constitution to be to facilitate parties with one directly elected seat. Nothing in the Constitution says that. So in fact, the entire argument regarding purposive versus literal interpretation works in my favor. Where is the language in Article 51(6)(d) that says at least one seat should be won? They're inferring that from the word includes in the Peshawar High Court. And let me read.
सलमान अकरम राजा साहब, आपका ये पॉइंट फैसल सिद्दीकी साहब का केस डिमोलिश नहीं कर रहा है?
मुझे नहीं पता सर. I am making my point. Your lordships are going to interpret the constitution and apply it. Your lordships are not bound by readings. Your lordships are not bound by argument. I stand where I stand, and I say this with great conviction and clarity, that there is no need for any kind of inference or reading into Article 51(6)(g) or E. The language is clear. There is no requirement of one directly elected seat. The Peshawar High Court has read that requirement into Article 51(6)(g). Kindly read paragraphs 15 to 17. The interpretation made, I say, must advance the basic purpose of the Constitution, which is a representative parliament. And any other interpretation which reads this requirement of one directly elected seat results, as we can see today, in an entirely unrepresentative parliament. That cannot be the interpretation. I move on.
Raja Saab, aapji isi point se, when you talk about representative parliament, it is that fundamental right of the voter.
Yes, my lord,
In
yes.
the context of that fundamental right of the voter, should this court not correct the grave violation of the entire electoral process by the Election Commission by excluding a political party from the election process?
All the facts are now before your lordships, and your lordships can make any order that advances and implements the Constitution. We are only here to assist. Your lordships are not bound by my prayer. They are not bound by my arguments. So anything that your lordships feel is the mandate of the Constitution should be granted. Now I move on. Kindly see. The Peshawar High Court, I'm still reading paragraph 4, has called this purposive interpretation by saying that since the word includes and definition clauses does not imply exclusivity, therefore here also in Article 51(6)(b) it will not imply exclusivity. Now that's a completely different context. In interpretation clauses or definition clauses, there is often a contest between the word includes and means. We say means this is exhaustive, the definition is exhaustive. Includes means that the definition is not exhaustive. So somehow the Peshawar High Court has taken that distinction to imply that in Article 51(6)(d) and E, and a party that consists exclusively of independents who have joined it is not permitted. Now, there is nothing in the Constitution to say that. Kindly read paragraphs 15 to 17 of the Peshawar High Court judgment. In addition, it is submitted that the Peshawar High Court has erred in interpreting the word includes as if it only means added to. The word includes is a general umbrella term. If I say this class includes boys and girls, it does not mean that there has to be at least one boy for girls to be allowed into that class. This course includes both boys and girls. It's simply saying that when everything has been taken into account,
without a single person, boy or girl,
yes, anybody can be included.
बात तो सुने जी, किसी बच्चे और बच्ची के बगैर क्लास होगा?
No, वो ये कह रहे हैं कि आप ज्वाइन कर लेंगे.
किसी को ज्वाइन करेंगे?
So join किसको करेंगे? A political party exists outside parliament. We know political parties exist outside parliament. So I'm submitting there is no language. Your lordships will have to introduce something to the language in order to create this restriction. I read on. It is submitted that the Peshawar High Court has erred in interpreting the word includes as if it only means added to. The word includes is a general term used to describe the members of a category. It does not necessarily mean addition to something that exists. Dictionaries may be consulted. I've placed a number of dictionaries which, if I may be allowed, I'll just hand over. That the word includes never or very rarely means added to. Number 5, the ECP order merely assumes that reserved seats can only be granted to parties that have won at least one seat during polling. I find no real reasoning in the ECP order. The Peshawar High Court at least tries to provide some reasoning, but the ECP assumes that this is the situation. This departs from the reading of Article 51(6) by the ECP in 2019 when BAP was allowed reserved seats even though it had neither contested the election. I'm told it had contested, but it had not won. But it had certainly not filed lists of names for reserved seats. So to that extent I make an amendment here.
पेशावर हाई कोर्ट में भी आपका पीटीआई ने तो कोई केस नहीं लड़ा ना पेशावर हाई कोर्ट में, वहाँ भी एसआईसी
GSIC लड़ रही है.
पैराग्राफ 22 जो है पेज 47 पे यही बात जो यहाँ हो रही है वो पेशावर हाई कोर्ट ने भी आपको जवाब दिया है.
ठीक हो गया. I'm saying on that basis,
PTI backed independent candidates who won this seat
who have joined the
are
SIC
not pleading claim before us today. तो वो पेशावर हाई कोर्ट के सामने भी यही बात.
ठीक हो गया. I'm not departing from what has been argued. That's a matter of record. But I'm submitting that once the independents or those those declared independents have joined, they were entitled to seats even if there were no lists filed prior to the polling day, and even if that party had not won any seats. This was done in 2019 when BAP was allowed, and the Election Commission was then led by retired Justice Sardar Raza. There was deliberation. We cannot say that this reading of Article 51(6) in 2019 was entirely illusory, is something that no rational, sane person could have done. It was a rational interpretation arrived at, and there is no reason today to depart from that interpretation, particularly when in the facts and circumstances that we now face, it will lead to an entirely unrepresentative National Assembly as well as the provincial assemblies of at least KP and Punjab. So the point in referring to the BAP case is simply to say this was a reasonable interpretation, and that reasonable interpretation can be adopted even today. It may not be binding, but it was reasonable. And if something is reasonable, then it is not excluded. So far, the Election Commission has acted as if this is a self-evident truth that at least one seat should have been won, that 86 plus 1 is equal to 87, but 86 plus 0 is equal to 0. This was not the interpretation made in 2019 and should not be the interpretation made today. I move on. Number 6. The Attorney General had to rely on Article 63A, Clause 2, to read the requirement of at least one seat directly won into Article 51(6). So I found the argument made by the learned Attorney General interesting. He felt that reading 51(6) with 63A, Clause 2, gives us the basis for saying that there should be at least one seat. And his argument was that it talks about a parliamentary party. And the question was raised that when does a parliamentary party come into existence? And the answer was that within the 3-day period, if people, independents, have joined a political party, then thereafter, as soon as they take oath, they become members of the parliamentary party. Nothing more is needed, no procedure is given. So in the 3-day period, these independents joined the SIC. When they took oath, SIC became a parliamentary party. So nothing is inconsistent about, the way things have happened. And the Election Commission therefore accepted the SIC as a parliamentary party. And it accepted it during that 3-day period also as a political party that may be joined. So when declarations were filed under Rule 92, Clause 6, that was read at length a little while ago, they accepted those declarations and said, yes, this is a political party that you can join within that 3-day period. So that entire reading of the Constitution, of the rules of the Election Act, cannot now be declared a mistake or an arbiter only to oust us. So this reliance or reference to Article 63A is entirely irrelevant. A parliamentary party came into existence when those who had joined within 3 days took oath and became members of the National Assembly. They became a parliamentary party. Number 7. The reading of Section 104 of the Election Act 2017 is dependent on the reading of Article 51(6). If parties consisting of independents who had not contested can be allowed reserved seats, then Section 104 must be read to allow opportunity to such parties to file lists and nomination papers after the polling day and announcement of the results of the directly won seats. So if your lordships and my lady were to come to the conclusion that the SIC members, as a result of independents joining them or those declared independent joining them, are entitled to reserved seats, then there is no restriction in Article 51(6) as to the time when the lists and the nomination papers are to be filed. Even Section 104 in its own language does not say when this is to happen. So we can file lists tomorrow, they can have a 4-day scrutiny period, and the whole process can move further. There is no impediment at all. Now, just for a moment, again, going back to the facts that I've stated in CMA 5913 on behalf of PTI, I will not read these, it's just 3 or 4 pages, but these may very kindly be looked at. This will explain what happened. The Nazriyati ticket was filed because we were told your PTI tickets are not acceptable. So we had no option then. We were desperately trying to give the people of Pakistan an opportunity to vote for the party that they want to vote. And it was our fear that if each constituency, a National Assembly constituency in Punjab at least, has 1 NA candidate and 5 provincial assembly candidates underneath, 6 different symbols in one constituency. This is the election we had to fight ultimately. So in order to prevent that from happening, we went for the Nazariati in the hope that we would have a common election symbol. But that was quashed, both by the Election Commission, the order that Faisal Siddiqui Saab just read, and I actually on my own felt uncomfortable. So I gave it, and within 5 minutes I took it back. I said, no, come what may, I'm going to contest as PTI.
Since you keep bringing your person into the matter,
They filed my papers, sir. They filed my papers. I did not.
Can you just let for the question? If I ask you today, because there's a statutory declaration which says you belong to Nazariati.
I would not, my lord. No, I know what my lord is saying. मेरी एक बात सुन लीजिए.
बात तो सुनने.
There's a reason why I'm interrupting with great respect.
No.
This is a matter before the courts. I would request my lord not to make any comment.
I'm not making a. Please, it's not a comment, it's a question.
My lord.
The statute declaration which shows you as Nazarati, there's a certificate which you referred to which shows you as PTI, and now you're saying you are Sunni Ittihad.
I'm not.
You may not respond to it.
Now can you just tell me which political party you belong to?
I do not want to respond to this question. I remain PTI because
You are not before us.
Yes,
You're not before us.
You keep referring to yourself.
They filed my papers. I don't know why they filed my
You are
papers.
partyless. I mean, it's not a state secret.
But me-
It's a factual plea.
But me, the person, Salman Akram Raja, is not relevant. I will, with great respect, not answer that question at the moment.
We are asking you which political party you belong to. You don't want to answer.
But as far as Kamal Shazab is concerned, she is PTI and she will join SIC if SIC is allowed seats. I'm very grateful for that opportunity. I've done my duty, but I've placed my points before the court. Now it's for the court
Raja
to
साहब
decide.
आपसे भी सच नहीं बोला जा रहा.
सच बिल्कुल बोला जा रहा है.
2018 में PMLN के साथ वही हो रहा था जो आज PTI के साथ हो रहा है. And nobody speaks the truth. This is something known to everyone.
Sir, I've written
And that
it
is how constitution should be interpreted to uphold the democratic principles and the structure, and particularly the rights of those voters who have been wronged.
CMA 5913 states all of that. I urge the court to read my CMA 5913 on behalf of PTI. We've explained what we were facing.
Or anything left?
I'm very grateful for that opportunity.
Everyone concluded? Yes. Chal. Reserve. ठीक. इसमें लिखिए. हाँ?
इन्होंने
अच्छा ठीक है, रिजर्व है बस. रिजर्व ही लिखना. बस एक ही लफ्ज. चल. एक ही लिखना. चल. कंक्लूड कर देते. Oh, it will be a long order. Anyways, we haven't discussed, so we can't say anything. It will be reserved.
Very kind, very grateful to all your lordships
you.
and to your ladyship. Thank you, sir.